Hi everyone. In this lesson I'd like to talk about degrees and radians. What is radians? Radians actually is another way of measuring the angles. So far we have seen that we are measuring angles with degrees, right? Just like different measuring systems different countries are using. For example, a couple of countries are using miles to measure distances, but the rest of the world uses kilometers. And again, some couple of countries uses Fahrenheit to measure the temperature, but the rest of the world uses Celsius degrees, right? Just like that. Basically they are measuring the same temperature or the same distance. So that could be used as an analogy to degrees and radians, because basically these two are measuring the same angle. Let's look at the unit circle. Again, we have the angle theta here, and this angle theta here is defining an arc here on the circle, right? This arc, and this arc has a length. Let's call it length of arc, right? And if this angle gets bigger, for example, if angle becomes this, now the angle is going to be another angle. Let's call it alpha, and in that case we have another arc here. The bigger the angle gets, the bigger this length of arc gets. But there is a specific angle where the length of this arc is equal to the radius of the circle. The angle is called 1 radian. This simple, there is nothing complicated, it's super simple. This is just by definition. So if the length of an arc defined by an angle is equal to the radius of the circle, then that angle is called 1 radian. So again, 1 radian angle defines an arc that is the length of the radius of the circle. So how many of these angles do I need to cover the whole circle? What I know is a circle is 360 degrees. Have you ever thought why do we call a circle 360 degrees? There are different theories for that. The one that I believe is because before astronomy developed this well, the people thought 360 days made a year. That's why probably today we just define a circle as 360 degrees. So, and we also know that the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. Now basically, if 1 radian defines 1 r, how many radians defines 2 pr? I think it's quite simple, isn't it? We can see that 2p radians define 2pr, which is 360 degrees. So from here I can say that pi radians is going to be equal to 180 degrees. Well, I can keep going. Pi over 2 radians is going to be 90 degrees. Would you like to convert 60 degrees to radians? Well, it is simple, isn't it? If 2 pi radians is 360 degrees, then 60 degrees is going to be 1/6 of 2 pi radians, which means it's going to be pi over 3 radians equal to 60 degrees. You can convert any degrees to radians using this simple equation. 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degree. That simple, and this is just by definition. We came to this conclusion just by defining the angle which defines an arc with the length of a radius, right? And we call that angle 1 radian. Just to make you understand it better, I'm going to also define this angle here, for example, right? This angle, let's call this angle alpha, okay? And this alpha is going to define this arc, right? And if this arc is, the length of this arc is 2r, then alpha is going to be, what is alpha going to be? You can tell me, 2 radians. And if I collect 2 pi of these radians, again, I'm going to have the complete circle, which is 360 degrees. Please don't let this confuse you, but you're going to see this a lot in your trigonometry books. They define 90 degrees to be pi over 2, 180 degrees as pi, and 270 degrees is equal to 3 pi over 2, right? And 360 degrees is 2 pi. So you're going to see this notation using radians a lot while you're working with trigonometry. However, it is quite simple. All you need to know is the initial definition of radian. Thanks for watching.